weaknesses?
This fight is all over.
None at all.
Enzo's strengths.
Desire and power.
My strengths. Punch power.
David's weaknesses.
No, there are no.
Enzo Maccarinelli versus David Haye.
I'll watch it live on Setanta.
Expect fireworks.
Welcome to the Battle of Britain preview. Enzo Maccarinelli, David Haye, 3 Cruiserweight World titles on the line. It's this weekend. I'm Steve Bunce. This is Richie Woodall. This is a fight we didn't think would happen, but we hoped it would, Richie.
Yeah, too right. These guys are both very, very exciting, big punchers, and that's what people want to see. People want to see boxers knocking guys out, and both these fellas can really hit hard. Maccarinelli's left hook, Haye's right hand. They say fireworks, and yeah, I think we're going to see some.
I think we're guaranteed fireworks, and the only way you could... This was a fight that we thought wouldn't happen. But the seeds were set in motion, the ball started to roll, 50,000 people at the Millennium Stadium. Mohamed Awisi against Enzo Maccarinelli, the last hurdle.
Yeah, it was the last hurdle, because before that he had a couple of potentially tricky defences. Wayne Braithwaite, he came through that. And then he came through Mark Hobson, who became a good friend of his. So he had to get rid of this guy, Awisi, and he had to do it in his hometown, or should we say at the Millennium Stadium, in front of 50,000 people. He had to put in a good performance, and he was sensational on that night.
He certainly was. Let's take a look.
Into the 4th round, and Richie has scored all 3 so far to the champion, Enzo Maccarinelli. A 3-point advantage to the champion if the judges are scoring it as we do. 2 American judges and 1 the old British referee Roy Francis, one of the characters of the British game. Good referee in his day, what Roy was. Real no-nonsense sort of character. Remember, Roy refereed the first Mike Tyson-Julius Francis fight. Oh, he's gone down! He's gone down, and the left hand was what did it. And I don't think he's going to get up. This fight is going to be all over here in this round. It is. It's finished. He's complaining his back has gone. Azawi is complaining to the referee that there was an illegal punch. But no matter, the fight is all over in the 4th round. And Enzo Maccarinelli, about a minute into that 4th round, has taken his man out, and he was simply too powerful, too fresh, and it's going to take one heck of a fighter to stop him. He is right at the peak of his powers, Enzo Maccarinelli, and tonight, for me, he never remotely looked like losing. Really, really impressive.
Yeah, he was very powerful tonight. We'll have to look at the monitor again and see if it was an illegal shot, but, you know, it was coming, wasn't it, John? You know, this guy, he was wearing him down, he was catching him to the body with big shots, he was working well with the jab, Maccarinelli. I think it just delayed, you know, it was just...
Well, there's a shot to the head,
there it is,
and then the left hand comes in. Now, was that fair or not? You were the referee?
I think it was on the blind side of the referee anyway, John, wasn't it? You know, and the guy just didn't get up after 10.
It wasn't an illegal shot, Rich. It was just a good shot, round the back of the elbow.
It was a great shot. I mean, it was on the blind side to us, so when he first delivered it, we couldn't actually see the shot landed, but on the monitor...
On the blind side to Awisi as well.
Yeah, it certainly was. But it was a great punch, it really was. Delivered, sensational power. And this guy, Maccarinelli, you know, he can hit with either hand, because I've watched him train. He's good with the left hooks, he's good with straight right hands, but on that occasion, it was the sweetest left hook to the body. And Steve... You know, I mean, you boxed as an amateur, I've boxed, and when you get punches down there, you just don't recover from
nothing you can do. Now, early on in the fight, though, he's calm. There was something about the new Maccarinelli in 2007. The calm, the thinking Maccarinelli, no longer wearing his heart out on his sleeve. And we saw it in that fight, even though it only lasted a few rounds.
Yeah, thinking, using his jab. I like to see a boxer using his jab, setting himself up for the bigger shots, and that's what Maccarinelli... You know, he's starting to do that. He's got a great jab, Enzo Maccarinelli. He can actually box very, very well when he wants to. And obviously he set the guy up for that big left hook, and when he delivered it, there was no coming back from it.
I mean, a big one was when he fought Braithwaite. Here's a guy, a dangerous guy, has the guy hurt, drops the guy, and still uses his brain, still holds back.
Still holds back. So he's learning, he's becoming more intelligent as a fighter. He's developing both his power and his technique and his thinking side of the game. He's improving all round, Enzo is.
Now, we had to send Richie down to South Wales to find Enzo Maccarinelli, and I'm pleased to say that they went to the same fine quality restaurant that I usually go to when I go down there to interview these fighters. Take a look at this.
Do you see a weakness in David Haye's style?
I see a couple of things, but whether he shows them against me is a different thing. You know, he boxed different against Mormac than he did against Fragomeni. So, you know, everyone boxes different against different people. You know, you've probably seen chinks in my armour, but, you know, I prepared for anything. Anything he got, I'll bring something with me.
So, are you expecting a long fight, or...?
I prepared for a long fight. I don't envisage it being a long fight, but you never know.
Yeah.
You know, I'm not showing David no respect. It'd be foolish of me if I did.
Right.
Do you know what I mean? I know he's a dangerous fighter. I know he's a good fighter, and you know, I have got respect for him. So, but I prepared for anything. This is the sort of fight I've always wanted, and we've always been talking about to fight each other for a long time. And I knew our paths would collide at one point.
And when you look at him, what's so dangerous about David Haye's style?
I think heavy-handed fighter. You know, he's a good fighter. He likes to knock people out, same as myself. I think people have commented the Ben Eubank situation. You know, it's like Ben Eubank. If you look at it, you had Ben against Eubank. You had Ben, probably the most exciting fighter in Britain. You had Eubank, probably the most charismatic fighter in Britain. Right. That was a clash of styles. Me and David both like to knock people out. You know, we both come to win by knockout. Never mind the points lack. Our ultimate aim is to knock the other person out, and you know, that's what makes it so exciting.
And I think you've developed, obviously your power is immense, but I've always looked at you at good jab, good left hook, but now I've seen more of this right hand of yours. You got power in either hand. Is that something you've been working on?
No, I've always had power in the right hand. I think in my amateur days I was knocking people out in the amateurs at senior level, you know, them big pillow gloves and those big head guards. You know, I was knocking people cold, and most of those knockouts were right hand. But I think when I turned professional, I started banging them out with left hooks. You know, I just got a bit of left hook happy. I think since I've been back with Enzo, he's just got me back in the right hand, comfortable throwing the right hand. Now I feel more confident throwing the right hand, whereas before I was always comfortable coming off the jab, throwing the left hook. You know, no what I do. I think people go on about my boxing ability because of the breakaway fight. How I outboxed him when everyone thought I was going to come out slugging, and I probably would have come out slugging, but I hurt my hand on the pads before I went in, so you never know. See what tickles my fancy on the night.
Ambition-wise, obviously, Haye's WBC and WBA champion, you're WBO. It's a unification fight. I mean, it doesn't get much bigger than that.
No, not at all. You know, this is what I wanted. You know, how often do you see two boys, same age, same height, same attributes, two champions willing to fight each other? Very, very rare. So you know, it's good, and I really can't wait. I can't explain to you how much I've wanted this fight, and how it's great for me that people are writing me off or underestimating me, and you know, I can't wait. I think everyone's in for a shock.
And Enzo, looking past this fight, if you become, you unify the titles, where do you go from here? Do you stay in this division, or you fancy moving up to heavyweight?
To be honest with you, I won't look past this fight until it's done.
Okay.
I'm a professional. I think I'm a professional, and I've been such a fan of this sport, and I've seen people look at that next step, it never comes. Something always comes up. So you know, focus on the one thing at a time.
You know what they do then, Rich? They do a breakfast bap at that stall. It's about 9 inches high. You start eating it at 7 o'clock in the morning, it lasts you till lunchtime.
That's right, yeah.